And attorney Wes Gralapp with Gralapp Beard and Arsenault joins us today for some information and tips. Wes, thanks so much for joining us today.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. So what is going on in the world of Gralapp Beard and Arsenault?
Well, we're working hard as always, trying to serve the citizens of Central Louisiana. Anybody involved in accidents, we hope that they aren't, but when they are, we're here to help.
Okay, okay. Well, and you came to talk about some details about some, uninsured motorists and, how that all kind of works. And, really, thankfully, I have never been in a bad car accident to really know the ins and outs myself. So could you kind of explain that to me?
Sure, sure. Well, uninsured motorist coverage is something that the state of Louisiana requires that insurance companies offer. Oftentimes, people will turn down the opportunity to get uninsured motorist coverage because it does involve an extra premium. However, probably 40% of the people driving in Louisiana are uninsured. So having uninsured motorist coverage takes the place of their insurance if they don't have it, such that you can get compensated for your bodily injury claim.
Okay, and what happens if you don't have that, the uninsured motorist? Well,
so the minimum requirements in Louisiana, the state requires you to have a $15,000 liability policy, which protects you in the event that you cause an accident.
Right.
But $15,000 just doesn't go very far. So there's two forms of uninsured motorist coverage. There's also underinsured motorist coverage, which is in the event that the $15,000 or whatever the other party has is not sufficient to cover your damages.
Okay, okay. So at what part or at what point really do y'all step in if someone was in a car accident and really kind of needs to know the next step?
Well, usually people call us from the get-go.
Okay.
And we try to help people with everything. And, hospital bills are so expensive these days. You can easily exhaust a $15,000 policy once you get in an ambulance, go to the hospital and be treated. You're usually about $10,000 in by then.
Right.
So having uninsured motorist coverage is important.
Are there different, levels of coverage that you can have?
Sure. Insurance companies typically sell policies in certain numbers. So there's $15,000, the next level is $25,000, the next level is $50,000, and you can buy as much uninsured motorist coverage as you can afford, and we highly advise people to consider getting uninsured motorist coverage.
Is there a certain amount that y'all recommend of getting the uninsured motorist coverage?
Typically, you are allowed to purchase as much in uninsured motorist coverage as you have in liability coverage. But what you want to do is you want to take a look at your assets, take a look at your budget, and what you're trying to protect. If you're trying to protect, a home, you're trying to protect your wages, you want to be able to have uninsured motorist coverage in the event that you're injured and can't work.
Okay. Okay. What about a horse? Is that considered a vehicle?
That's a funny question. Actually, people, especially in Central Louisiana, have accidents involving livestock all the time. And so, unfortunately, most policies define a vehicle as being motorized. So if you have the unfortunate accident of hitting a horse or a cow or something that is out loose running in out of the pasture, so to speak, your uninsured motorist coverage will not cover you. So hopefully you'll be able to find the owner of that animal and they'll have liability coverage.
Right, okay. Are there any other really interesting questions like that you have been asked about that's a horse or just something not typical?
Well, over the 30 years that I've been practicing law here, we have seen some interesting things. People get, there's farm equipment like tractors and whatnot, but people riding golf carts, riding four-wheelers, boats, all kinds of questions come up about what does uninsured motorist cover. Typically it covers when you are in an accident arising out of the use of your vehicle with a motorized vehicle.
Okay.
But always check your policy and always ask your agent. When you purchase insurance, that's the time to think about what you need in the event that you're in an accident.
Right.
After the accident, you can't go back and get coverage.
True, that's right. Good things to remember too. If anyone's interested in learning more or talking to you or anyone at Neblett Beard and Arsenault about this in further detail, is there a website or phone number that you recommend?
Sure, you can go to our website, which is NeblettBeardandArsenaultLawFirm.com, or you can call us at 561-2500.
Wonderful. Well, Wes, thanks so much for joining us today, and some really interesting information. Definitely stuff to think about. Thank you for sharing it.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Of course, thanks. So we have more to come on Good Day Sin Law. Stay right here.